You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, LuchaCentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
It just won't stay up sometimes, guys. It just won't stay up sometimes.
What kind of streams are you doing?
The good kind.
Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. That is the entire length of the intro, regardless of the fact that Byron thinks it's long. We got at Byron Fever up there, at Meatlarf. What did they call you in that fucking Eat Like a Luchador book?
Well, technically, they call me Meatloaf, as in meeting a loaf.
Like meeting people?
Not Meefloaf and not Meatloaf like the singer.
Meatloaf? Like
yeah, if you fucked a loaf of bread, that's pretty much what they were insinuating.
Guys,
and I do love bread.
It's a
I do love bread, so
Jesus Christ.
Guys, don't get weird.
I have
Don't
made
get
some
weird,
bread
guys.
rise before.
And down here in the corner, I think you'll see an old friend of ours who he's having some issues getting it up there, getting the microphone up.
Mike, it just won't stay up sometimes, guys. It just won't stay up sometimes.
It is not the Cowardly Lion. It is, in fact, Martin Casaus. That is how you say it. Casaus, correct? We do this every time.
Shakalaka. We do it every single time. But you did it right this time, so I ain't going to give you as much shit this time.
I know. It's Casaus. It's not Casaus. It's not Cassius. It's not whatever. It's not
Casaus,
Martinez.
it rhymes with house, like you're in the house like Casaus, y'all. That's what. House of Casaus. It rhymes with house.
And it doesn't even matter because I just like to call him, that's my champ. Marty, that's my champ Casaus, right here on the MMM show again. And we were just kind of reminiscing about some of the old times of, doing this show when he was in a hotel room and Cross was coming by as a fucking guest host and weird things and times that it wants to talk to
his dick. His penis wants to get on the show.
Are you not happy to be here, Marty?
It's broken. It is. Where is it? There you go.
Wow, what happened to that thing?
What happened to this thing? So this thing keeps bending. So I'm trying to I don't know how I'm trying to.
What kind of streams are you doing?
The good kind.
Oh.
The kind that people want to see, Meefloaf, okay?
You put a lot of wear and tear on the rod.
Oh, don't be gross.
I'm not being gross. Broken. This is a married man. First of all, congratulations. Can we say that you're off the market? Are we allowed to say that? Is it okay to say that you're off the market?
Yeah, you can say that. It would probably be smart for my safety.
Right.
Yes, I'm a married man as of 2 weeks ago.
We're asking Byron.
It's not been a bad 2 weeks.
Really? Been a good time. Did you guys get a honeymoon in, or are you guys just chilling at the cribs?
We were chilling at the cribs. We were peopling. We had people here for days after. So there hasn't been much of a stop and relax and enjoy it until just this week. So
what were you guys planning on doing this sooner? What made you decide to actually finish the deal, as I like to say, not tie the knot, but finish the deal this year post COVID? Was it just time to get something good going on?
My parents, they dated for about 10 years before they got married. So I showed that to my girlfriend and I'm like, that's what we're going to do. She's like, if you wait 10 years and don't put a ring on it, I'm going to leave your ass. And then, so I said, okay. So we got married at 9.5.
Compromise.
However, she's getting me back by saying, I'm not going to change my name. I said, well, if you don't change it in 9 years, I'm going to leave your ass. So we're giving it back and forth to each other.
Wow. She didn't want to be a Martinez.
Well, Leslie Casaus or even Leslie Martinez sound like such. If you see that on a piece of paper, you think of like a straight Hispanic tan girl. And then I got the whitest little white girl ever. And so it just doesn't, it just, the name and number, it doesn't match. It works, but she's awesome.
She did make a brief cameo on this show when we were talking about your Hell of War match, and we mentioned your penis missile moment that got cut out from the Hell of War match.
I wish I had footage of that somewhere.
I know. Well, we'll tell people what happened there, because I don't know that anyone ever saw it. We were always hoping that footage would surface, and it never did.
It never did. It makes me so sad. I was in this match in Lucha Underground called the Weapons of Mass Destruction.
That's what it was. Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff for us to use there, including there was tables, ladders, missiles, machine guns. I got hit in the head and actually started bleeding because a machine gun hit me on the top of the head.
That was like the first spot too, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
great. Get a little concussion early on in the match. That's always
jerk,
good
right?
time.
This guy's an asshole.
Shane, bastard.
Right, Shane. But there was this time, I don't know, we were just flowing and everything kind of. There's a time in matches where all the pain just kind of like goes numb. You just start getting into it and feeling it. Anyways, I did something horrible to Shane, and then there was this missile on there, and I had to move some stuff off a table because my thought was I'm going to put his ass through the table. Cool. Well, there's this missile there, and I saw it, and I picked it up, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And I'm a child, guys. So I put it there. I put it on between my legs, pretended it was my man missile. People were cheering. I never thought I'd be stroking a man missile between my legs, and there'd be like people cheering around me. So I stroked it like that and did that to somebody, one of the fans there, and they cut it off of air because it's too graphic for TV. I guess I can't stroke my man missile on TV. It's too much. But I can stab you with a fork. I can stab you with a fork and throw you off a ladder. I just can't stroke my man missile.
That's America for you. We're Puritans about some things, but are not our violence. Our violence, we like to be really just extreme at all times. But a guy making some kind of phallic gesture, that's a big no-no.
Do you guys remember what they said before? It was like, did you be prepared to have bodily fluids?
It was like bright lights, loud noises, everyone cheers, and everyone like
bodily fluids. You may be exposed to flashing lights, loud sounds, breaking objects, and bodily fluids.
And then the building would shake.
And every lawyer had to read that same friggin' thing, before the crowd, and they would make the lawyers go out there. I think it was their rite of passage, their EV dub wrestling hazing. He couldn't do anything else to them, but he's like, okay, fine. You're going to make us do all this legal shit. You have to go out there and read it.
Right. This is what you get. Now you're in front of everybody cheering.
Yeah. It's a good taste of what the believers were all about. But I got to say, this is a wonderful time to have you on this show. And one of the main reasons why we felt like we really had to do this right now is because it's just people need to know, I think, about the consistent resurrection of Martin Casaus, because you have done some amazing things. And I think what strikes me about it is your heart and the amount of things that you have gone through, and you still are a jovial person. You're super affable all the time. It doesn't matter if you're getting your dick kicked in or if you're on the top of the world. You're the same guy every day. And we've been talking about it recently. We're like, God dang it, we need to remind people just who the fuck Martin is. Like, this guy he's not indestructible. You certainly have had your moments where you have been destroyed in one fashion or another. And I don't think a lot of people know that either, because when the next time they see you, you've got that smile on your face, whether it be just jovial and happy or completely sadistic, but still a smile either way. And you're right the fuck back at it. And here you are again. A lot of people are seeing you with this comeback that you've had recently and what's been going on. And they're just like, dang, yeah, Marty. And it's like, yeah, but Marty's gone through some shit to get here, and he's still willing to put up with all of it to keep going. And so we just thought, like, damn, we've got to fucking talk to Marty again. Like, so I want to start with kind of where you are now. Obviously, you are now a happily married man. You've had a couple of weeks, but it wasn't but a few weeks ago you were over at AEW. So I'm curious, what was the journey that got you on AEW TV? Even though I know most of it, I think a lot of people don't know, like, oh shit, Marty just popped up on AEW. What the fuck's going on? So what was that? What was that journey? How did you get there?
Actually, it started kind of 2 years ago, to be honest, to tell the real story. It actually started 2 years ago. I was streaming on Twitch, and all the stuff you do in the ring and blah, blah, blah. You've seen some of the stupid shit I did at Lucha. I'm lifting these weights. I set it down. My dog is being adorable, shakes his little cute butt. I'm like, oh, come here, dog. He jumps up. I hug him. I turn to the right. I turn to the left. And my L4, my L5 popped out of my spine. It ended up bulge in my disc. So I spent literally the last 2 years Rocky Balboa montaging on my Twitch channel and until the point where I could actually move to walk normal without being in pain. And then I got to where I could run. And then so I'm like, I could wrestle now. So to secure the fact in my head that, hey, I could still wrestle, I actually signed up for Cody Rhodes Nightmare Factory. I went there and trained for 3 months. That place is run by Cody Rhodes, QT Marshall, Glacier from WCW, which I freaking love now. Glacier, awesome, never change. And after that, I asked him, all right, what's next? And I said, well, next, if you want dark, let us know. So I said yes. And then so that started my dark journey. So it was 2 years of rehabbing to get there, to prove to myself that I could wrestle again. I went to that school, and the end of that, I'm like, hey, yeah, let's do this. And then here we are through 3 darks later. So we'll see what happens next.
Okay, but look, there's fucking rehabbing, and then there's you once told me you were fat fit. That was your quote. You said you were in club fat fit or fit fat, something like that.
Fit fat. Then Team fit fat.
Team fit fat. You and Paul London.
I tell a lot of people that.
But I don't know if you're on that team anymore, brother. What the fuck? You came back chiseled. Holy shit. It was on a whole nother level. And what brought that on? Did you feel like you wanted to come back even more fit than before?
Absolutely. You always want to come back better than you were before. But during this time of rehab, doing certain movements and lifts, it would put pressure on my discs, so it hurt. So I'd be restrained in kind of what I could do. So finally, in January, this is 2 years of rehabbing with cryotherapy, chirotherapy, acupuncture. I laid on a bed of nails once because some Russian person said it would be great. So I did that. I did float tank therapy. I did every sort of thing that said therapy on the end of it that you could do to it. Stem cells that I ended up getting. They told me I couldn't wrestle anymore, and that pissed me off. And I don't like when people say I can't do stuff. It's my life, damn it. And honestly, so it's just I couldn't do certain movements while my back was injured. So while I was doing that, I was doing what I can. And then once I was able to move again, then I could hit weights hard. And when your body doesn't go hitting weights hard for a year and a half, 2 years, and all of a sudden you hit weights hard again, my body adjusts fast. And all right. Where'd this come from? All right.
How long after the end of Lucha Underground was the injury when it happened?
It was actually after my stuff I did in AAA. So 2018, just before Mania of 18, I think. 17, one of those. I don't know.
Right.
This whole year of COVID threw off my this year this happened. This year this happened.
Was this the Marty the Clown Triple Mania?
Is
it that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you went into that one
after that. I was in Triple Mania a few times.
But you went into that one with an injury also that people probably don't know about. You had a broken rib then, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You wrestled with a broken rib?
With a broken fucking rib.
Still better than Psycho Clown, though.
Not fine as Psycho, huh?
Neef is definitely anti-Psycho.
Don't get him started.
Yeah. I was just scared. I was just scared that it was going to be him who took Phantasma's mask. I was like, he's already taken Wagner's. He can't take Phantasma's.
I just like them all, man.
Yeah.
Marty, I wanted to ask you with your back issues why you didn't go to surgery, because a lot of the back specialists, they're going to want to stick a needle in you. They're going to want to cut you open the second they see that MRI with a bulging disc. What motivated you to not do that?
I did go to a surgeon, and then they, of course, said, "Hey, you could do this therapy, and there's maybe a chance it could work, but like you're gonna need surgery." I'm like, I feel like if I get surgery, because they were suggesting fusion surgery, and with fusion surgery, they lock it all down with metal. So now this can't move anymore. It's not bulging out, but it can't move anymore. And then from everything I did research on, now this one's gonna hurt. Now this one's gonna hurt because this doesn't move anymore. So then you got to go back and get these ones. Then you got to go back to these ones. I figured if I went back to have back surgery on my back, my wrestling career would be over. And I didn't want to take that. So it was suggested though. They're like, you're not gonna get back in the wrestling ring unless you have surgery.
That's what Sting wrote it out as well, didn't he? Because Sting's not had surgery. Has he on his neck?
No, I don't think he did. I don't know.
Yeah, because he the whole thing with when he was at WWE was he couldn't wrestle because he wasn't getting the neck sorted.
But Justin, you are right. I didn't even know you knew about that. I actually broke my rib in Colorado, and I had to be in Mexico the next day or the next couple of days after that.
Oh yeah, I know all about you getting nightsticked.
Yes, I was on telling you about that last time I was on here, wasn't I?
Maybe. I don't know if it was on here or if it was just in a conversation, but yeah, I remember you telling you weren't very pleased about that particular.
I don't know what happened. I want to know what happened.
I went to Colorado, and I'm not going to say the promotion or who it was or what happened because they'll find it, and then it is what it is. But I did a wrestling match. I don't even remember who it was. Actually, I think I know, but anyways, I wrestled somebody, and these guys were supposed to come in. Me and this guy were supposed to have like a 20-minute main event. And then these guys were just going to come in and on the finish and hit me with nightsticks. One of them had a cop gimmick, and well, he hit me with my nightstick. And then I covered my face up, and then he really hit me with his nightstick right in the ribs. And then I'm like, oh, ow. And so I just rolled out and like try to check on it. And then he goes over, he's like, hey, get back in here. I'm like, no, fuck you. It hurt. No, this hurts. Well, I'm like, it really hurts. This really hurts. And I'm stubborn. I don't like going to the doctors. But eventually I went to the doctors and like, oh yeah, your rib's broken. I'm like, oh, great. I got like TV in like 2 days or some shit.
Right. And so what'd you do? You went to TV anyway, right?
Yeah. You just breathe harder. That's all. Just breathe harder. Breathe better. That's all you can do. Because what are they going to do? Wrap up your ribs and that's it. You're going to go to the doctor, they're going to wrap up your ribs and that's it. So just breathe better. I don't know. That's all. I didn't want to get taken off of TV.
Right.
So Van Pierre's like, bro, you're in a spot right now. If we take off TV for a couple of weeks, I just want you to, I don't want you to lose your spot. I'm like, so we're going to put you in these 6 May matches and And of course, once I get in the wrestling ring, then I'm like, well, I can, let me throw this mother trucker on this mother trucker. Then I'm going to jump up and I'm going to do this. And then I get in there and do that. And then I'm like, oh.
Hey, Meef, did you hear?
What's that, Byron?
There is a brand new cookbook out called Eat Like a Luchador by the Legends of Lucha Libre. Did you hear about that?
I have heard about it. I may even make an appearance. I am just super stoked because I think they only illustrated like 17, and the fact that I'm illustrated is just mental. The fact that I'm in the book is mental, and I think Phoenix is the one after me. So when people are skipping to Phoenix, they're going to see some chubby guy who works in a supermarket in the middle of a cookbook for superstars of like the world of wrestling, which is just crazy. Super Astra has put his recipe for his world famous torta.
Kaya Valkyrie, who you are seeing now star on NXT as Frankie Monet.
Ray Phoenix. I believe Pentagon is in there as well.
Penta is in as well.
Damien Says.
WWE Hall of Famer Amy Dumas, who you may know as Lita, is in it.
Yes, quite a lot of the old legends from our youth from WCW and AAA and CLMLL.
I definitely want to make Penta's whatever meal he made, just because I'm a super fan of his for so long. If his food can get me anywhere near 1/1000th as badass as he is, I need to start training and eating his recipe and only his recipe. Yeah. That's actually, I should get going. I need to buy some ingredients. From the ring to the kitchen, this book celebrates Lucha Libre with popular Mexican dishes, offering a modern twist from iconic athletes. That's where Meefloaf comes in. Legends and superstars.
Solar's in there. Super Astro.
Yeah, this one-of-a-kind cookbook for wrestling fans and aspiring chefs, now available for booksellers everywhere. It's really cool. Meef, you're telling me where you were finding it.
Yeah, so amazingly, it's actually on, not surprisingly on Amazon, but like Waterstones are carrying, and a lot of the independent online retailers for books are also carrying in the UK and Europe.
Yeah, in the States, you can go to bookshop.org and support local. Buy the book, Eat Like a Luchador, on shelves, on digital shelves. Buy it now.
Take care, guys. Buy the book.
Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the podcast network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass Mats and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's Wrestle Boss, where Fabi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's Straight Out of the Bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez, as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central. Have a great week.
I'm glad that Vampiro was at least trying to take care of you. He had very good things to say about you. We interviewed him not too long ago. And we got finally the other side of the story of you coming to him when you were kind of in that comedy frame of mind. So for those who haven't watched Lucha Underground, you know, when Marty the Magician turned into Marty the Moth, you know, he was, you know, you were definitely seen as a comedy character. I mean, that was kind of what you were there for from the beginning. And obviously, you know, if your original thing had been Marty the Magician, that certainly wasn't going to be a serious gimmick. And Marty the Moth wasn't at first either. I mean, you basically were the living embodiment of Vinny Massaro as a character, the creepy guy who was hanging around, who just wanted a spot and got on. And it was funny. Like I totally dug the original version of the gimmick, but you know, Vamp came on and he said that you came to him and, you know, talked to him about that. And do you really feel like that moment where you decided that you didn't just want to be the clown was the real turning point for you in wrestling overall, or was it just something that helped you get over in Lucha Underground?
No, I think that definitely helped my career grow. Lucha Underground definitely helped my career. So like, and I feel like if I would continue to be the comedic relief, which I was originally intended on being and brought in to be, my career would have gone vastly different.
Yeah.
Very, very vastly different. Even today, I'm still doing Marty the Moth characteristics. I'm still being crazy. I'm still hitting myself to try and snap out of it. I'm still laughing and having fun with people, and I'm not pulling like bunnies out of hats and like magnificent Martin would have been. But yeah, I knew I have nothing but love for Vampiro. He was just responsible for my AAA run. After Lucha Underground decided to figure out what the heck they're doing. And in my head, I love making people laugh. It's like that. I do a lot of acting, and that's the kind of stuff that I like to do. Is just make people laugh. But I'm a cartoon. Like I'm very animated. I'm a certain kind of comedy. But I'm like I can make people laugh. But every time I see a comedic character in wrestling, you don't see them being represented or being seen as a legitimate champion of someone who could hold the title and a company can be behind it. And so I went up to Vampire and I asked him one time, I'm like, yeah, I love making people laugh, but you never see anybody with this having a title rather than like a transitional champion or someone you never really take serious and something a company can't get behind. And he's like, yeah, okay. Let me think on that. And then all of a sudden I'm capturing Sexy Star for a season.
And the other thing is with comedy is the reality of comedy is it's quite dark anyway. And most comedians are quite dark, so it kind of blended beautifully into what we saw in the end.
It definitely was a turning point, I think, because like you said, if I would have stayed the comedic, then my career would have been comedic now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so luckily we made that switch, and Vampire is a huge part of that.
Well, okay. And eventually this leads to you becoming the Lucha Underground champ and earning the title of Marty, That's My Champ. So I'm very curious, like, how did that go down? How did you find out? Because I don't know that we've ever talked about this before. What was the moment like when you found out they were putting the strap on you? Like, did you know it was coming? How long had this been discussed?
It was sometime after season 2. I was just talking with DeJoseph, and he's like, "Yo, we actually talked about putting the strap on you." I'm like, "What? Sure, man, whatever you say." Right, whatever. And that was it. Like he's like, "No, seriously, we thought about maybe had a way or whatever." I'm like, "Okay, I believe it when I see it." Season 3 rolls around, and then after season 3, they're like, "Hey, remember when we had that conversation? We might actually do that." I'm like, "Okay, sure. I'll see it when it actually happens." And then that day comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, man, it's today." I'm like, "What? Okay."
Wait, you heard on the day?
Oh yeah, that's what I didn't know. You don't know what you're doing until you get there that day at Lucha. So I got there and they're like, "Yeah, so you're gonna win the Gift to the Gods, and then we're gonna get you to the championship." I'm like, "I'm gonna do both of those today." Yeah. I'm like, "Okay, all righty then. Here we go."
Holy shit! I don't think I ever knew that. I figured you knew longer than that. Like I never. Wow.
They said, "Hey, this might like they." He said it was talked about once. I think it was after season 2 or season 3, and then right before season 4 started, like, "Hey, yeah, we might actually." I'm like, "Sure, whatever." But like until you see it on the board written, you're like, "Can you read this?" Yeah. Okay. I'm not. Okay. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. It's game time. All right.
Like, all right, no, it's on the whiteboard. Like they roll out that whiteboard with all the matches for the day or whatever before the show, right? And it was actually on there. What did everyone else? What was everyone else's reaction like? Were you getting the laser eyes, or was everybody happy for you?
Everybody was like really supportive. Like that's what I loved about the Lucha Underground locker room. Like everyone was behind each other. They would all watch each other's stuff and like give critiques and like props. That was one of the coolest locker rooms I was ever been a part of. Like everyone was behind it. I'm like, okay, cool.
I mean, that's amazing in itself, because that certainly is not the case in a lot of locker rooms. It's like there's a meeting, or you see the layout, or you find out the booking, and then next thing you know, there's people wanting to go to the office and have a chat.
It was. I think I even got like I think I won. I think I even like make sure everybody was okay and come back. I think they even did the clap thing. So it was a really supportive locker room. I hope more locker rooms become like that in the future, to be honest.
I don't know. It seems hard, because I feel like in Lucha Underground, if you had any spot, you had a top guy spot. I just don't know that other promotions are really like that. I mean, there's a lot more jockeying for time and stories and booking, but at Lucha Underground, it's like, well, look, DJ's going to write what DJ's going to write. Van Wagnen's going to make it look a certain way. Skip's going to come in and make you shine in a vignette, and that's it. Like, there was nothing else to talk about. And then, if you had an idea, you went to the guys and you said, like, hey, could we maybe try this sometime? And they either said yes or no, and you just kind of went on with your day, right? I mean, I don't know that any other locker room could be like that.
We can all dream, right? Because isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, I had one of my biggest matches of my career because I went up and talked to Joseph, saying, like, yo, me and Killshot don't want to end it like this. Can we do something to make this happen? And that ended up being one of the bigger matches of my career. Yeah. But that line of communication was open, where they'd say, hey, if you got an idea, come talk to me.
Right. Yeah. So you have to have that. What were you going to say, Byron?
I was going to say that specific match, I think from the believer standpoint, from the fan standpoint, really cemented your rise, like put you on that specific trajectory for the Lucha Underground Championship in the eyes of the fans. Because later on in later seasons, there was a bit of a whitewashing of the show, and there was a bit of a rejection from fans among certain champions. But with you, that was never the case, because you came up with us in the show. We saw you start from just like banging on a door to get in on the show, and then that match with Killshot, just that legitimized you, I think, to all of us, and it's amazing to hear how from you right now, just how that just came across or came from a conversation with DJ.
Yeah, like all of these, me winning the Lucha Underground title wouldn't have happened if my character didn't go to the dark side.
Yeah.
The match with Killshot with the weapons of mass destruction, all these wouldn't have happened if it weren't just for like small conversations with Vampiro and Chris DeJoseph. And those small conversations changed what happened on the TV show, and therefore changed what happened in my wrestling career. So those two conversations changed a lot in my wrestling career, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Byron, that weapons of mass destruction match, was that one of the ones we got to see on the big screen? Didn't we get to see that at the theater?
I think I saw pictures of it being seen at the big screen.
Yeah, we did. We
saw the first two and that was in the second episode, right? We saw the first two episodes of that season in the theater or whatever.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I mean, and it was just it was going to the movies to see Marty just pour buckets of blood out of his bucket.
Yeah, it was
what I thought was buckets of blood until Pentagon happened.
Dude, Marty, I still have Pentagon's mask from that match. I have your blood in my home right now. We are bonded.
Clone me. I need something to do in my yard.
That's amazing.
I think EV-Dub still wakes up at night about that match.
We've talked to Eric about that match on several occasions. And
can we talk about that match?
With Eric, we've talked about that match. We haven't talked about it with Marty ever on the show. I don't
think I've talked to him about that match. I don't think I've talked to him at all about that match, to be honest.
I think in a very fatherly way, that was probably one of the most scared moments of his entire life.
Oh God. He told us beforehand, like there was going to be one moment he was really nervous about. And you could see him standing like sort of backstage watching the ring with that dad look on his face. Like very
like he was popping in and out of the entryway because he could not physically keep himself at Gorilla. Like he kept running out to see what's going on, and if he needed to, call in life flight or what was going to happen. But like, was all that laid out ahead of time, or did you guys just kind of go with the flow? It was brutal, bro. Like the most brutal. It was deathmatch level.
Yeah.
It was a lot of blood. The thing is like I went through the glass and they got scared, and I heard Marty say, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes," but I was also pulling a thing of glass out of my hand.
Jesus
But
Christ.
like I'm already through the table. There's glass in me now. Like, all right, as long I've done the damage, let's get the reward. So I think that I don't know if you heard me or didn't hear me or what, but I heard him saying, "Hey, let's take it home." There was so much more brutality coming. And it would have been, I think there was barbed wire. There was a table spot with barbed wire.
Wait, there was stuff you guys left out of that match?
Got cut out. I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed off about it. Damn it.
Rematch.
Rematch. I think there was like okay, he did bring out the tax, right? He did do that.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be something with barbed wire on a table involved in that. And that was supposed to be like, because I took a lot of shit.
Right.
It was gonna be comeback time. And when they didn't see me react or didn't hear me react, they cut it home. And so you see me. Actually, I got to go back and see if you can see me. I know I wasn't hiding it at all. I'm like, no, what are you doing? We're taking it home. No. I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm like, no, fuck you, no. And Pentagon setting up these chairs, and then I'm like, no, fuck. Like I was just angry. The whole time, not because like how the match was going. I was loving how the match was going actually, but the damage had already been done.
Lipstick ass just wanted to do more. You still
keep going.
Oh god damn.
Let's end this the way we originally intended on telling the story.
Yeah.
Well, also a lot of people were over that day too. A lot of people had taken liberties with the clock in their matches prior to that, and I know that they were drastically over by probably about 45 or 50 minutes at that point. And they were burning into OT on the crew and this, that, and the other thing. So I know there was a lot of other issues. I don't know if that was why you got to go home there, but it might have also been you bleeding out on the floor. But no,
I remember
there were many factors I think going on there.
There were the two things. There was the bump that Eric was concerned about, which I think was you're basically just diving over the top rope and taking a straight bump on the floor or through a table, but you're basically falling a decent amount without anything catching you. That was a scary moment. But when you went through the glass in the crowd, it felt like, oh, this is over. Like this guy's going to be in the back of an ambulance in 5 minutes. Let's try and get a 3 count before then.
Oh man, damn it.
But it was epic. I wanted to know because I mean that was Pentagon taking the belt back, but that was your moment. That was your night. That was your match. I want to know what your mentality was going into that. Did you were you trying to prove something or what was going on?
For me, it was just like I've worked my ass off to get here. I'm walking in the champion of this last and now the last episode of Lucha Underground.
Right.
But in my mindset then, the last episode of the season. And you're damn right I'm going to prove the reason I'm here. It wasn't any sort of fluke. I'm not any champion that I'm here because I deserve to be here. That was my mindset going into it. So that's why I was like so angry when they cut me short. And I get it if it was a time thing, but I've literally never talked to Van Wagner about it. Sorry, I decided to eat. Now I can't.
No, it's fine. We eat on this show all the time. Somebody has to do it.
I usually breathe like a sex pest. So
ASMR, mukbang, we do it all. Yeah. So you haven't. Do you think legally Eric was trying to keep distance from you because of that?
See, possibly. I just remember being so sad because this is the last day of the season. We have the big giant rap party.
Yeah, I remember seeing you, and me and Cross were standing there and looking at you like, bro, I think you might not need to be at this party.
Yeah, I remember you're walking around without your shirt on, but you have like everything, your head's toweled up, your hands toweled up. And it was like, this guy should be in a hospital, but no one wanted to take away the night from you. That was your night.
Yeah. I wanted that to be I was excited as shit to like hang out, but I was bleeding everywhere. And
you stuck around for a little while.
I did, but my acting agent's like, you better just go to the hospital. So in case anything happens, we'll take care of you. I'm like, they've always taken care of me. I'm not worrying about this.
Right.
You need to go to the hospital. Like,
Your acting
Fine.
agent's thinking about like an audition he booked you for on Monday.
yeah, right. In my face.
What
Like,
does he know about wrestling?
And well, the funny thing is that's the only wrestling she's known. She's never seen any of my wrestling matches, and that's the wrestling match.
Oh no.
So I think she thinks that's what I do every weekend.
Right. So she's real stoked on sending you out for wrestling gigs now.
Yeah.
So when she was looking at movie roles, she's like, right, he can do his own stunts.
Yes. Can do stunts. I can do stunts, actually. I did stunts on an Adam Sandler movie with Kevin Cross.
I saw that.
Wow.
Speaking of Kevin Cross, I love Kevin Cross. Well, Karrion Cross now.
Whatever.
Yeah. Johnny Crossbones.
You answered to him, not us.
That's right.
Some other promotion's champ. That's not my champ.
What I was saying before is that I was all, every time I'd walk up and talk to somebody would be like, yo, bro, I don't think you should be here. You should go get checked up. And it was every person I talked to, I'd walk up like, hey man, how are you having fun? Da, da, da. Hey bro, you should go get checked. I'm like, guys, finally. Then my acting agent finally said it, and I'm like, God damn it. So then I left. So this rap party's going on, and last rap party of Lucha Underground, and I'm sitting at the hospital, but Paul London and Karrion Cross and my girlfriend, all are like, we'll go with you. I'm like, you're gonna leave this? And they're not huge partiers, but I'm a social guy. I like parties.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, we'll just hang with you. So now I'm just sitting here. There's just the vibes. I'm just thinking about how different it is. I'm just chilling with Paul and Kevin, just like chilling in the hospital. Like, yeah, you're still bleeding. Like, yeah. I'm like, and I'd poke it at him. It was just a weird. I got a picture, and I'm trying to find it, where it's just a picture of us three sitting in the hospital, and then just me thinking about like the craziness that is happening at the rap party that I'm missing out on, because these guys can't just throw some staples at me or super glue it like we do in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. So,
well, if it's any consolation, I went up to Jake Hagar and did Moth things in his face all night when I was drunk. So
that makes me feel much better.
Good.
I also
He did that for me.
I don't know.
That was actually for me.
I don't know if that rap party could have been as wild as the three of you all in one room combined.
Anytime me, Paul, or Kevin are in the same room, it's magical for me. It is a good time. That sounds bad, doesn't it?
No, that sounds like exactly what it is.
Then accept it. It was fantastic. Anytime we're in the room together.
As Paul would say, it's black sex magic wherever he goes. It can't help it. He just oozes black sex magic machismo.
Have you guys talked to Paul lately? I miss Paul.
We need to.
Paul. I saw Paul quite a few times after Lucha Underground and over at Mav Pro and whatnot, but we need to get him on the show again. It's been too long.
Yeah,
but
there's so much in the world that's happened for Paul's opinion we need.
The Rabbit Tribe is now missing a member because he signed with a Fed. So maybe they could use another one.
Marty the Maleficent's gonna have to pull one out of a hat.
He'll pull Marty out of the hat.
Pull a rabbit out of the hat. I do want to ask you about the end of Lucha Underground, because that night was tremendous, and I mean, a lot of people thought, shit, maybe it won't come back, but we had thought that several times in the past. So it was like, they'll work something out maybe. But now it's pretty much a done deal. I don't think that incarnation of Lucha Underground is ever going to happen again by any stretch of the imagination. So what are your thoughts post that now? Like, is there any regret? Is there anything that you wish that you could have gotten a chance to do there, or hated to see it go out that way? Like, what are your thoughts on the actual demise of the original Lucha Underground?
I just hated to see it go out just because it was so different than anything else you see in wrestling. You have AEW, Impact, WWE, all these different companies are wrestling companies. This was a TV show. And it had its own quirks and issues that you had to go over and roadblocks you had to go over by it being a TV show. But at the same time, it brought something so different than everything else in wrestling, period. And I've seen people have more cinematic stuff and vignettes and stuff that have gotten influence from it. But this was a TV show where we cut off heads, time traveled, like killed people. This was different in wrestling.
You kidnapped someone for an entire off season.
Yeah, she was quite a fighter for the first couple of weeks.
She's punching through walls in your house.
That's right.
That's why you're doing all the drywall on Twitch.
Just want to know where the body's buried.
At least she didn't catch you in an arm bar, because that could have been real trouble.
Oh,
wow. Was that too soon? Too soon? Jesus, it was like 3 years ago.
Well, the thing is like everyone saw that half, but it was after that incident happened that she came to me and she's like, I don't know what's going on. Everyone yelling at me and and she's bawling tears. And I'm like, I have no idea. I just probably put my pants on from what I was going to do. So, she just came up to me and was bawling and saying, I'm not sure what's happening. Everyone's yelling. And I'm like, oh gosh. So every time that comes up, that's the first thing that comes up to my head is her bawling her eyes out, not knowing what happened or what everyone's being so angry about. So that's the first thing that pops in my head whenever that story pops up.
I mean, it was a weird situation too, because she really was the golden child, but it was, it was kind of cancel culture. I'm not saying that it wasn't necessarily deserved, but a lot of it had to do with the public perception that came out of it afterwards of her demise in Lucha Underground, because I think they just felt like, well, shit, that's not redeemable at this point now, with all the focus on it and the public knowledge about it and the backstage shenanigans and all the things that were going on. Was just kind of weird. I won't say that I've felt bad for her or anything, but I did think that it was a weird situation, to see that kind of public outcry. Like nobody else who had left Lucha Underground had that kind of scenario behind it, whether it was MVP or Conan or any of those guys. Like nobody had ever dealt with what she dealt with, which was that everybody was just like, oh, fuck her after that. I mean, it was pretty instantaneous too. Like, yeah, the reaction from the believers alone was not on her side, and a lot of those people had no issue with her whatsoever. They loved her, So it was a weird moment, man. That I always thought, you look back at Lucha Underground and all the investment that they had made in her and her storylines and her characters, and even putting the strap on her, like it was pretty crazy, Yeah.
Lucha-masks.com, in partnership with Mask Republic, give you personal protective masks to keep you Lucha strong in the fight versus COVID-19. With world-class luchadors Blue Demon Jr., the Lucha Brothers, LA Park, Ultimo Dragon, Cain Velasquez, Conan, and so much more. Head to lucha-masks.com and you too can become a masked warrior. Lucha-masks.com, powered by Pro Wrestling Revolution.
Freshness of the salmon is what really brings you in. And saying you just bit into something magnificent. I started doing food reviews in my car around 2009, and then my life changed. I'll go just about anywhere to get some good food. I'm only here for one reason and one reason only. That is to devour. That's looking real good right there. Every bite has to be an experience. And I'm gonna take you for that experience. You too. I'm the captain now. You know I'm not leaving until I tell you what my favorite fried food in the city is. It hits all the spots. What I'm looking for is some good chicken and waffles.
Let me tell you about this chicken.
Mommy, chicken dry?
It's dry, we don't want it.
So you talking juicy?
It's got to be juicy.
Is this what you do?
I mean, this is what we do.
Boom, boom all over the place, boom, boom in my face.
It's the most decadent burger that we have ever made. Starts with 1 pound of Wagyu on there, truffle cheese, gold, billionaire bacon on top, big lobster, gold dusted bun. It is the best burger you will ever have.
Me and the burger are having a moment.
All right, enjoy your burger.
All I need for you to do for me is keep it crispy. I had to kiss it. Just give me a moment. I have moments with my food. I love you, man. This is fresh, fried, and crispy. You wanna know why I call it a hush puppy? Did you hear me say anything while I was chewing it? Hush puppy.
You go back and you think about Tough Enough, right? And then you think about some of these other injuries, and then, you've been to the top, and then you get these things happen to you where you get sidelined for a while. And it happens to a lot of people in the business, and timing is everything. You saw what happened to Casaus too. I mean, like that first hit of like, oh my God, I'm on WWE TV and I got the belt, and oh shit, I'm fucking not going to be able to do any goddamn thing. Like, he had to have been panicking and shitting his pants. But for you, like, how do you get through those moments to the other side of it? I mean, even starting back with Tough Enough, like that show, and not even necessarily your career aside, just the show itself would have been a better program with the storyline of you winning or getting even to the end of it. Like, it would have just been a better show. It would have changed, I think, the trajectory of that show. And then the shit happens. Like, what do you do to get through those moments without harping on the what ifs of life, like of just knowing that you have to get up and keep going and find the next path when there's something that is completely out of your control that happens? It's happened to you a lot of times.
It's happened to me a lot of times. Yeah. My ankle injury, my ribs, my the herniated disc happened to me a lot of times. But like, what else would I rather spend my time doing besides wrestling, making movies, and playing games on my Twitch stream? There's like, okay, in a perfect world, what else? If I had all the money in the world, had everything in the world that I wanted, could go anywhere, could do anything, probably want to do one of those several things: make movies, wrestle, play video games because I'm a child. And that is literally what I built my life around doing. I stream on Twitch. I have a production company, and a YouTube channel comes out every single Thursday. And then I have a production company that we're going to go ask a bank for $2.5 million, making full feature films.
Oh, you make movies?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have a conversation.
Okay.
Byron has, in fact, made a movie.
Ooh.
I should show you my movies. I showed Paul and I showed Kevin. I should show you my movie and see if you think it's...
Yeah, you mean the guy with an actual production company, Byron? About time you kind of figured out this whole entertainment industry thing.
Justin helped on it too.
Yeah, send me your movie.
I'll send you my movie.
But making movies and wrestling, like, in a perfect world, if I had all the money in the world, I'd want to do one of those things. So why put my efforts into anything else that doesn't create that as my life? This is the way I look at it. My life's going to flash before my eyes either way, and I want it to be one badass movie. I don't want it to be like, I did stockbroking and I was in the finance industry for 15 years. I sat behind a desk. I was damn good at my job, and I hated every single freaking moment of it.
Right.
I enjoy all the shit that I do now. And why put any effort into anything that's not creating the life that I want to lead anyway? That's the way I look at it. If I have a broken leg, all right. Is there anything else I'd want to do? Do I want to be a post office guy? No. Do I want to be this? No. Do I want to go work in a restaurant? No. Do I go back in finance? No. Want to wrestle? Yeah. I can't do any of that without my ankle working. Okay, let's just get what this is, get fixed. How do you fix that? Chirotherapy, this and this therapy, this therapy. It's just a bucket list of shit because I want this end result. So It's just, why spend time doing anything else if you don't want to do that? Like,
well, you're good at keeping your eyes on the prize, I think. I mean, you just figure out what it is, set your mind to it, and do your best to go get it. And a lot of people, as simple as that sounds, I think a lot of people don't have that in them. They really don't, which is part of why we wanted to have you on the show, because it's like, wow, this guy has that in him. Mm-hmm. And that is the story of Martin Casaus, is he's the guy that has it in him. And not everybody does.
It kind of got, it was caught funny in a quote that Shane actually wrote, because we did something with the Weapons of Mass Destruction match, and I retweeted him and said something. And then he said, the guy, what did he say? He was the guy that doesn't die, won't stay down, versus the guy that doesn't go down. I'm the guy that doesn't stay down. You can kick you, like, life's going to kick you in the face no matter what. It's just how you react to get back up or just keep taking it in the face. I'd rather not take anything to the face, just saying. Don't get back up. Like, it's just life throws shit at you, so I just keep going. That's all I do. I want to make a cool life, and if I can help a bunch of cool people on the way, that's what I'd like to do. If I can help, like, make cool shit happen, that's what I want to do.
Well, you seem to be doing that.
Yeah.
So are you gonna continue in the ring more? Like, I know you did Dark. Is there more of that coming? Are you looking for other promotions? Are you really more into doing the movie stuff and production stuff? Like, well, first and foremost, do you want to go back inside the squared circle? Is that where you see yourself in the next few years?
Yes, I have many years left in professional wrestling. But just because I'm not professional wrestling on the weekends doesn't mean I can't make movies during the week. And create some cool stuff during the week. So yes, I will be in the square circle. I'm a free agent now.
Oh,
so I would definitely love to do more stuff at places I haven't gone before. UK is a big one. I've never been to UK.
Which I tried working that one out earlier on today.
Meef can help probably in that.
I actually just want to go to as many places that I haven't been as possible, wrestle as many people that I haven't wrestled as possible, and kind of just test myself out. I feel like being injured for so long, you learn to appreciate the time that you worked for it instead of just like, all right, I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. It's like you take it in longer, you enjoy it a little bit longer, and then you feel this a lot longer. You just feel everything more, and when you sit and actually appreciate stuff. So I'm excited for the wrestling. What's coming wrestling. Yes, I will be making movies. So Brian's still going to send me that. Byron's still going to send me that. But,
yes. Oh, thank you.
I definitely am going to be in the squared circle again. There's an Impact tryout coming up. I just actually put in for the WWE tryout that they said. So I'm like,
the Vegas thing. You're going to go out to that?
I put in for it. I don't know what's going to happen with it. So.
I mean, I got to imagine you get noticed at any of these tryouts pretty quickly. I mean, like, you were a champion of a nationally televised wrestling promotion. It's not like there's a ton of those around. There's a couple of them. Well, it's like, there's a lot of places you can go these days.
Foot of material for underwear.
I mean, look, there's a lot of places you could go these days. You got Ring of Honor, you've got Impact, you've got AEW, you've got
AAA, all the GCW,
MLW.
Right. Some people keep bringing up Mia MLW for the Guerrero or Azteca Underground or something.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I haven't seen. I saw the promo with Cueto, which anything Cueto's in, I'm in love with.
Right.
Right.
How shocking was that? That was kind of crazy to just see him resurface in that role out of nowhere.
I loved it. Like, I keep hearing about it coming back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. But until you actually see it, nothing's back yet. But I loved the vignette that was they nailed the mythos on the money with the bowl. All of the little Cueto quirks without it being Cueto. What is he being called now?
Cesar Duran. Cesar.
It's him. That actor makes that role, no matter what that name is.
I mean, Luis, it's the best part of his life. How could he ever not want to do that for all time? Would you do it? Would you be Marty the Moth again if it came around and it was the right thing?
Sure. I feel like I could definitely bring something to that table there with my history at Lucha Underground. So, yeah, like I said, my wrestling career is not over for quite a few years. So,
that's interesting to me because I mean, like, as much as I knew that we'd see you again at some point in time, I don't know that I ever even thought in my mind, like, shit, there's a possibility of actually seeing Marty the Moth again. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I went as Marty the Moth Casaus for many of years until like pretty much this more recent year, because to get away from copyright, I couldn't be Martinez.
Right.
So they gave zero craps then, and I doubt they'd give zero craps if I did it there at MLW.
Brian the Butterfly.
My whole thing about Azteca Underground is that it's the same thing why I wanted to grab you to do our podcast like as soon as possible. I don't know how long you're going to be unsigned for. now that you're a complete free agent, you're back going full speed. I thought that I wanted to get you as soon as I saw you doing your training at the Nightmare Factory. Once you started doing dark, I thought that was too late. So, I mean, if you ask me, it's only a matter of time before you get some sort of big deal somewhere. Have you thought about Japan, by the way?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. I had a blast. I went to Japan with AAA.
Oh,
so I had a blast there. I would love to go back there again.
Have you
That's a
seen
YouTube series alone, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen anything from DDT Pro?
You really wanted to go to DDT.
Clips. I've seen clips of DDT Pro.
Yeah.
Oh,
It seems like it'd be kind of up your alley.
And then my buddy Royce Isaacs wrestled there, I believe, too. So we've talked about it there. And then he's doing some good things at AEW Dark that he brought in. So he wrestled some New Japan guys there at his Dark match. So like, I would love to go down to Japan and kick Isaac in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
there's
going to say, if you do Europe, I think that one of the funnest thing, the thing that you'll probably get the best kick out of, would be doing like some form of a tour and then traveling. Because there's promotions in Denmark and Finland
and
Italy.
Be your driver.
I do drive luchadors around the UK.
Let's set that up. We will stream that whole drive, and everyone will love you by the end of the drive.
Well, the sex shops all the way on the motorway. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Wow, he's a married man now. Meef, he's married now. He's got a woman.
I enjoy good views, though. Don't listen to them, Meef. Don't listen to them. Yeah. I'm still a man,
You can drive down the motorway. You can buy a sofa from an Asda store.
That's fair.
And you can also buy an 18-inch dildo. So,
for the sofa combo, it's a good combo.
I think that would be an amazing tour. Like Meef and Marty making towns in England and Europe. That's a show in itself.
Can we make this happen, Meef? Can we take a road trip?
Do it.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me.
No, we'll definitely do it.
That's Meef's selling point. Hey,
by the way, I don't drive. My partner who's like 5'2" drives, and she was just driving Drago around and was looking in the mirror, just going, "This what?"
That's a dragon.
Funny shit. Hanging out, getting coffee. I was like, "Oh my god."
So wait,
right?
Meef,
that's why I was saying Lucha Underground's so different. You got dragons and like people dying and stuff. Like you don't see that anymore. Lucha Underground died. So did time travel in wrestling.
Yeah.
Truth. Or maybe that's how they bring it back at Azteca Underground. Who knows? All you need is one Aerostar appearance and reset the entire timeline. Everyone who died can come back. Vinny Massaro can reappear for having being murdered on a pizza, and everybody can be happy again.
He goes back to when everyone was born and whispers a different name in their parents' ears.
You can make a whole series out of this, man. I like alternate timelines for Lucha. That could be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I really wanted the Stranger Things upside down world where it's just Vinny walking around with a pizza, like trying to find everybody else.
That was one of the things that I am very disappointed that I heard was into Joseph's plan, that there was a netherworld for everyone who had been sacrificed, where you were going to get to see some of those people, and some of them were actually going to come back out of that netherworld. And that was something that had gone around for a long time. Now, that could just be something that Joseph was saying to the guys who had been murdered so they didn't feel like shit. Or that could have actually been a real thing. But
although, I mean,
it's a cool idea. I mean,
yeah, but if he's talking to like Jack backstage and Jack's telling you, recounting the story, how much
weed is involved is what you're asking. How high was he when he got told? Yeah, that could be a factor.
With Jack, never.
I don't want to
say that, Byron. Weed is legal in California. He wasn't breaking any laws.
That's right. It's recreational in California. They deliver that shit to your hotel room.
I literally got weed delivered in California 3 or 4 times, and it was the weirdest thing ever. But it was so nice to not have to go down a sketchy alley and just take whatever was there, but literally just go on a website and an app and have that shit brought to your doors. Like, wow.
See, where I grew up, that would happen as well, but it was a kid on a bicycle who'd come and drop it off at your house.
Great. Me from the paper.
I have a medical card here, like in Utah, and I ordered when Lucha Underground was happening. I ordered right to my hotel room, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a great night tonight.
That's
now
so crazy.
I had it for my Twitch stream. I added a third computer monitor. I went on Craigslist and found a computer monitor for like $20, and I had to meet him in some like parking lot out in the open, and it was sketchier to buy a monitor than it was to get weed.
Right.
Sketchier to buy merchandise in the car park at Lucha Underground.
Right.
So true.
They can deliver it to your door, but I have to still meet some stranger to get a monitor. Man.
I like some of these ideas. I it's weird because I'm a little conflicted because I don't know if I want to see you land someplace permanently super fast. I almost want to see you kind of test the waters and go out and hit some different things and maybe go to Europe or do some time in Japan or maybe hit some of these. Like, I love the fact that you got to pop up on Dark for a while, but it's not necessarily, you're not stuck there yet. And I'm not stuck, maybe not the right word, but that you're not, stationed there permanently where you can't investigate some of the other things that are out there. Like, I'm curious to see what the next reinvention of Martin Casaus is going to be.
Well, speaking of reinvention, and also selfishly, Justin, because I was out of town when you got to see Marty at shows, I want to see more shows here with Marty and with you. And
where, in LA?
In LA, yeah. I want you to come back. I want Marty to come back.
Well, who's running right now?
I don't think anyone's even running right now. Like,
GCW is going to be here in August.
I might actually be doing something with GCW in Vegas the week of SummerSlam. Are you guys going to SummerSlam?
Jim, I think
Byron is
I
now.
don't know. We're going to MLW in a couple of weeks in Philly, but I'm in Cleveland now, so
you got to think
it's easier for me to get to Philly and East Coast shows than West Coast shows. But I might come out. I might be around.
Philly's hard for me to get. Yeah, you got a spot here, Justin. If you need to, just clean up after yourself this time. There's a lot of stains in the carpet.
I think I'm going to be there. I think I'm going to be in LA late July to late August now. So I'll be out there for a little bit.
So do we decide if anything's running in LA then?
I don't know. Maybe
make some calls. Let's see.
We should talk to Paul, see if Maverick's going. Stuff is going to happen.
Pro Wrestling Revolution, are they LA?
Haven't talked to me.
PWG's happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're back. Yeah,
they're back. But I wanted to ask you. Oh, and New Japan is in Long Beach. They're gonna have a show in August with fans. That's gonna be a thing now.
I mean, it's a weird Wild West kind of time because everything is going to start coming back, and it's like a big reset for everybody. Yeah. It's the perfect time for Martin Casaus to throw his hat back into the ring, I think, because everybody is trying to figure out what they're doing and when they're running shows and bringing stuff back and new storylines. I mean, even WWE is kind of resetting a lot of stuff just for them to go back out on the road, then looking at what they have and what they need to start doing house shows again and, touring and all that stuff. So it's kind of a new Wild West in wrestling,
I have an important question though, with your rebranding. I'm concerned and I'm curious about why your new gear is so conservative and it covers up so much of your body.
Because I'm sexier now, and you're gonna have to pay for that on OnlyFans.
There.
The whole thing about the wrestling gear at Lucha Underground, I was trying to be as disgusting as possible. So I'm like, and then it started becoming a joke. Like, let's see how small we can make this gear. They're like, you want it smaller than this? I'm like, just make it as small as you'll make it. And so they kept making it smaller and smaller. And now that I the time off and rehabbing myself, it definitely helped my body get to a good spot. I feel like I'm in way better shape now than I ever was at Lucha Underground. So like, I don't know. I like the new gear. I don't know. I got a Power Rangers like esque like shield going on now. I'm ready for things. I'm excited about the world opening back up because I feel like wrestling is going to go to a huge surge. Like, wrestling's going to go nuts.
There's nothing like it live, is there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, it's nuts, and also just there's so many more people out able to work. I mean, and you got to be very proactive, and you got to catch people when you can because there's so many moving pieces. I remember Moxley was doing his thing, and Cross immediately just grabbed someone and filmed a promo in Vegas, and that John Moxley also lives in Vegas. just on a whim, they did that. And next thing you know, Moxley is doing a surprise match. They get to have a Bloodsport-esque match at FSW, which was awesome. And it was just the perfect intersection. And stuff like that's happening everywhere. Matt Cardona with Nick Gage in GCW, which is like you would have never thought. And it's a big thing. And it's like the possibilities are endless. On that, though, who would you want to Matt? Who would you want to fight on the Indies? Who do you want if you can have your tour? Japan, Mexico, Europe, anywhere
California,
in the States.
so Byron can go.
I would like to be able to go to a show.
Oh, it's all about you. Just keep putting yourself over. It's fine.
Like
Byron.
everyone, a lot of people, like even Cody, he's one of the first ones who made the list when he became a free agent of the matches he wants. What would be? Can you give us a top 5?
See, like, I would like a match. See, but these guys are signed, but I still want matches with them.
Yeah,
like I don't know who's all out there right now.
Well, who are the guys that are signed? Even I'm curious. Who do you want?
I've always wanted a match with Sammy Guevara.
All right,
and a match with Sammy Callahan.
Oh God, I would love that.
Oh God, Lord, they will need to put bodily fluids warning on that one.
You never locked up with Sammy at Lucha, huh?
No, he came out and punched me, and I was getting really into it. He came out and just like started jumping on him. Me and him would stay together, and like I was really into it, so I started headbutting his fist, and so he's like, "Ow!" And ever since then, I'm like, "We gotta have a match together."
That would be so much entertainment. I'd love to see him do the thing where he does the charge all the way around the ring, and then you to just float right over him with the butterfly, with the moth wing.
I
just get up at the last second.
Take that at Lucha. I think that was an Aztec Warfare or something. He did do that to me once. all the way around the ring and then jumps on me. So he did do that once.
If you did that, but like at the last second you leapfrogged him and then just did the butterfly wings at him, I would lose my tear. I would lose my mind. That would be incredible. I'm really happy I got to see you and Cross at Mav Pro, because that was another match that was like, oh shit, are we ever going to see these guys really throw down? And I know, you guys went a little heavy on the plunder that night, which was fun.
See, I wish I had footage of this. I remember the match happening, but I don't remember anything that happened in it.
I think I have a little bit of footage of it. Maybe I can send you, because me and Jimmy were there, and I think we had our phones out for a little, but I don't think I recorded that much of it because I was too into just hanging out. I'm sure London's probably got it though. I think they taped it, but
I have a picture after the show Justin sent me where you're doing something and Justin's running away from you.
He was trying to put his wet chonies in my hand again.
Oh, can you tell us that story?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please do, Justin. Tell me more.
No, the original story is after the night you won the title. You're coming out from backstage at the Ice Temple. So, the bathrooms were out there. There's a porta potties in the fucking parking lot. And I'm standing there, and me and London are talking about something. And you come over and I'm like, oh my God, congrats, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I reach my hand down to shake your hand because I want to, shake the hand of my champ. And you just stuck your wet chonies all in my hand and up my arm. And I'm just like, oh, and it was probably intended for London. But I reached to shake your hand first, and I'm just like, this fucking sucks. My champ is a dick.
I do that. So people, they'll come up and shake my hands, and it's in my hand. I'm like, well, I just put it in my hand.
I thought you were gonna put it down, but I was, I was looking you in the eye like a man. I wasn't like looking to see what was in the hand. I didn't think I was gonna get shanked with chonies.
You were a man holding another man's chonies. I was looking you in the eyes too.
But I also kind of want to know, look, I want to know, what's the best rib that you've ever pulled or you've ever seen? What's the best rib?
Oh, see, best rib.
I know there's got to be a few out there. He's like, I don't want to tell that one. I don't want to tell that one. That one, I don't know if I can tell that one. That guy's
all the ones that like. Damn. I'm gonna best rib. I have not seen too much shit, to be honest.
Well, come on.
That I can say.
Oh,
say.
okay, that's
Okay.
different. That I can say.
Yes.
Okay. Well, who's the best? Who's the best at pulling ribs, in your opinion? Who's got the best ones out there?
David Young from Ring of was he TNA? He pulled with some ribs on me when I was younger. He hit all my stuff until like 30 seconds before my match.
Ooh, like your ring gear?
Yeah, my ring gear. I'm like,
shit.
But he hit it like right above my head, so everyone just sat and laughed at me. It was like hanging up right here because I wouldn't. Why would I look for my gear up? And so I'm just sitting here like it's hanging here, and I'm like, there's my music. I have my boots on, but I'm like, there's my music. I guess I'll go out like this. They're like, dude, it's right there. It's right. Just look up this whole time. I'm like,
did you get it on in time?
Oh yeah, I'm like running out. They waited their sweet ass time for a second, but I put on my gear. Yeah, and I made it happen. There's let's see, I'm trying to think of some good ribs.
That's pretty good though. Of the ribs that you can say.
Yeah. Other the ribs that I'm gonna keep quiet on this one.
Sure. Do you have any stories of the ice temple when it rained? If it rained inside, that building was a little.
It rained all through the makeup room. Like I didn't do anything in the makeup room. Like I would just walk in, say hi to the girls, leave. But it was raining like there. I remember like containers that would just collect all the like essential drips of rain that was coming from the roof. And everything was so wet. And I remember one of the times, in order to get to the entrance where all the doors open, you have to climb this ladder that's like inside that whatever piece where the doors are. And I remember one time it was raining so crazy, everything was wet. I just remember like climbing up. I had like my cape and all this shit, so I'm like all costumed out, and I slipped once, and I'm like, that could have really sucked because I would have slipped and like slapped my face all the way down on the ladder. But like everything was wet. So like that could have very easily happened to so many people with wet boots and water everywhere to have to climb up the ladder to go down the entranceway. That place rained. I remember that. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was rain. Every time it rained, it would be raining inside too.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that place is slated for demo if it hasn't already been, and I heard that before you guys rented it, it was also slated to be demolished, and they just held off for a year so you could film there, for a few months so you could film there.
Aren't both buildings demolished by now? I think
no. I mean,
the first one is no.
You can see the other one in the Patrick Stewart, Mark Hamill commercials. Uber Eats commercials or whatever the fuck it is now.
That one's in everything. It's
filmed in the temple, and every time I see them, I'm like, oh, that's the temple. And
there's
like
so much blood
Luke
on that
Skywalker
floor.
and Captain Picard occupy the temple now. What the fuck's going on? It's just Aerostar did something wrong. It's a weird alternate universe now.
Marty, I wanted to ask you, sorry, Meef, I wanted to ask you real quick about intergender wrestling, if you have any interest, because you paired up with Mariposa and
Melissa.
What was
I love her.
Have you ever been on Melissa's Instagram?
Oh Jesus!
Okay, that's the question.
Yes.
Again, a married man, Meefloaf.
Yeah, don't blow a scene up, dude.
She has great. She has great photography skills. Let's just say that.
Yes, I still
the
have
artwork's fantastic that she has on a wall as well.
I still haven't gotten the subscription to her OnlyFans, but I'm working on saving up for it.
Come on, Justin, you got to get on that.
You got to get a prepaid.
Your local wrestler, Justin.
Yeah, Justin. What you do is you get the prepaid credit card.
Wow, you know how to do this, huh, Byron? And then
no, I've heard.
Just look at it.
I have married friends who beg me to sign up for OnlyFans for them, so it doesn't show up on their credit card statements. But then they Venmo me the money
and charge them £50 a month.
Wow,
you got to hustle, Byron. You got to hustle.
Right? That's the business right there. You can have like that and Netflix passwords. You can make a killing off of.
That's it right there, man.
But Marty, what was it like working with Mariposa and Reclusa? Being teamed up with them
both. It was great being able to work with them. I know they both had reputations before they got there, and I don't think they had any idea who I was before lucha. I like intergender wrestling. There's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it. And I feel like I did a lot of stuff with Sexy Star. That was a good way to do it. And then being paired up with cheerleader Melissa, like, how could you not have fun with that? Like, we just goofed off and pitched ideas off of each other. Like, what if I did? It was my idea for her to slap me so much, and then she really got into slapping me.
Can't say I'm surprised. Was it your idea to get buried under every chair in the entire temple? Was that your idea too?
Oh no, that was her. That was her. That was definitely not my idea. But man, it was crazy just being under all those chairs. Just another one, and like you just hear it slap, slap. The crowd is going insane. But you're just like, how does she have so many chairs under there? Holy shit.
Well, you didn't see, you were buried under the pile, so you didn't get to see it. But like, as chairs were falling off the pile and sliding off to the side, she'd just go and get it again. You know, and she even tried to take some of the chairs for the fans, but they were tied together. So I think she grabbed the one that Murph or somebody was sitting on by the ring bell, and she took, Melissa Santos' chair. She took every chair on that side of the temple and piled it on you. And then when they started falling off, and the spot was supposed to be over, she found more chairs. Like, she just kept going. It was tremendous. I love that spot.
Melissa's dangerous with the chair. Me and my wife were watching my hair versus mask match with Phoenix. At the very end of that match, I unfortunately take the L. I try to run away. I grab my lovely sister, who I supposedly grew up with and loved cherishly, and we get up to the top and she hits me with the chair. Okay, that's one thing. But what my girlfriend reminded me of, and I totally forgot, is that she hits me with the chair. I fall down the stairs, and then she throws the chair at me and slaps me in the ribs. And I totally forgot about that. I'm like, oh yeah, that hurt more than actually getting hit in the head with the chair. It's just my ribs just open like this and just like a dart.
Oh.
She's totally brutal. But hey, who knows, man? They're both out there. Maybe there's a Moth family reunion in the future too. You never know.
Yeah.
I would not hate teaming up with Melissa or Chelsea at all.
Right.
Chelsea got so actually working with Chelsea and Sammy, I have a match right now. That it was me,
Chelsea, a dark match, right?
Yep, a dark match. I have it still saved, and I really want to release it, but I'm like, I don't know if
you got to reach out to Chelsea. I think she was asking for it a while ago.
Oh, that's the one she was looking for. That I was trying to. I set her up to talk to Evie Dub about it, and Evie Dub didn't have any footage of that match, but she's looking for it. So hit Chels up. She wants to see it.
Yeah, some of her best matches, Hot Mess and Reclusa, were at Lucha Underground.
Oh man, she was so good. It was the first time we got in the ring together, and we'd not met before, except for like the day before. And what I heard from Taya before was, "Hey, I want to bring in my friend Chelsea. Do you think we should ask to see if she can get something?" I'm like, yeah, why not? Like, worst they could tell you is no.
Right.
So she's in here, and then she's like, she's the Hot Mess. I'm like, oh, I know Chelsea. Okay. And then she's like, well, the one with Hot Mess and craziness, what does that look like together? And I'm like, let's find out. So it was me, Chelsea Green, Sammy Callahan, and Sunny Kiss. So
yes.
Yep,
can you send that to us?
Can I?
On the down low. On the down low.
As you ask for it on the podcast, there's this thing called messaging, Byron.
But we can edit it.
But there's editing too.
Yeah, I'll just bleep all this out.
Truth.
Should I release it? Like, what do you like?
We're not lawyers.
Ask EVP. Like,
I don't know that anybody would be upset about it these days, because MGM is in such flux and the Lucha IP is all over the place. Like, if you're not using one of the restricted Lucha IPs, I just don't know that anybody would even stop to care, even if there was an issue.
And here's the shitty thing though, is like, it was recorded because I had everybody record my matches on the TV back there so I could critique. I'm like, I could have done this better, blah, blah, blah. So it's literally a recording of like Jeff Cobb holding the camera.
Oh no.
And on a TV. So it's not even that great of footage, but I'm like, this was a really fun match with some people that are doing awesome and are only going to do greater things in wrestling.
Right.
So I kind of want to release it.
I mean, we have seen stuff come out. So obviously there was the Evie Dub posted the Angelica dives.
Yeah.
Someone posted and didn't get done for the bodily fluids chant. There's been a
But
few
this,
videos.
this also wasn't a match that aired, and it used even Sonny. You know, you wouldn't know he was in a lucha gimmick unless you heard the name announcement. You might have a little bit of leeway with IP.
I just don't imagine anybody even bothering. And if they did, it's just going to be a cease and desist. They're just going to be like, stop it. Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing about where Lucha Underground is now. There was all this quibbling and battling over everything and shit like MVP, you know, getting shit canned over a spoiler and this, that, and the other thing. But now, like, there were so many chefs in the kitchen there, and now they've all just kind of moved on to other things that none of them give a fuck. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, who is there to even say anything or care at this point? You know, MGM is hanging on for dear life as a company itself. The whole thing's going to get bought out. It's gone, man. It's like, you know, it's just a weird world out there right now. And Dorian's got his own shit to deal with, and the Lucha Libre FMV guys are, you know, sitting on all the IP with no connection to the business, so they can't do shit with it. Like, I don't know, maybe they sell it to Court Bauer for Azteca Underground. Like, what else are they going to fucking do with it? But I mean, what's Court going to pay for it? He's going to get it for pennies on the dollar if he buys it from him, which would be fucking amazing and hilarious. But who knows?
If you want money and you ask me, and I'm an executive in a company, I would say you sell the library, you license it to WWE for their network. I think that's where you make the most money off of. I don't know if MLW has it, but MLW will actually use it.
Right. But I don't know if you can get the library is the hardest thing to get because it is tied up in distribution rights and stuff like that. And it can still make money, but the IP is just sitting dormant now other than where it's already being used and licensed. Yeah. So I just don't even know what to do with it.
The only thing I want is that Cuerno cape. I don't care about the rest of it.
Yeah. Marty, can you get that for us? We won't ask how.
I just want someone to break into the MGM lot and steal me the Cuerno cape with the deer head.
Yeah, did you walk out with any of your props? Did you get anything?
I asked them for stuff. They're like, no,
you don't ask.
Keep it here. I know. I wanted that cape, but they took some time on that cape, and I really wanted that. Like, I'd wear the shit out of that to the ring.
What about your lunchbox?
Do you have the original one, the one that's got the blood on it? I know I saw it at the final Ultima Lucha. I saw it that last day when we were doing that tour, and we saw all the belts and everything, and we took some photos with the lunchbox and everything. So it was there the last day. But
there's so much Lucha Underground props that have been locked away for years that have just been soaking in blood. The belt is covered in your blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fork and lunchbox have to be covered in your and Phoenix's blood. The ring mat. Oh my god.
They have a bunch of. I have my black wristbands that I wear every single wrestling match. They have like 2-3 of those that are just covered in blood, and one of them was a mass destruction match.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can I get this back? I kind of want it. Like, no, well, if you want, we can just keep it. I'm like, what do you mean keep it? Like, no, maybe we'll see what happens in the future. I'm like, all right. Never got that shit back.
That's the weird thing about it being a TV show, because that's the way TV shows work. Like, something happens on camera, they keep the props for a certain amount of time, and then a lot of, years later, they usually auction off the show's prop library, but they keep it just in case a storyline comes back or a character needs something or they need to see it to base another thing on. And that's wrestling promotion would never do that. That's a pure TV thing and an MGM thing. So it's just sitting over there on the lot somewhere. Just a whole room full of the most awesome Lucha Underground memorabilia you could imagine that no one probably gives even 2 shits about now, just sitting there.
We're going to take this.
All of mine is covered in blood.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. So we're going to take this into a group DM, and we're going to discuss
how to break.
We're not going to discuss a plan.
There was some masks that made it their way out of the MGM hands. I know that there are some masks from a certain luchador
that are in your collection, Meef.
No, not in my collection. There's certain masks that kind of crept out of that MGM wanted.
Oh, what would they want?
Deals had to be made in car parks and what have you.
Wow.
Oh.
You know some sketchy shit, Meef.
Although,
like
to
it.
be fair, my Cuerno chonies are season 4 worn.
I have a season 4 Cuerno mask too,
No, he said chonies. That's gross.
but yeah, it's not the same. Marty, speaking of gross, I wanted to ask you where this creepy Marty thing came in with between you and Melissa Santos. How did that get started when you started getting like...
Have you smelled her hair, Byron?
Close. I haven't. Well, what's it smell like, to be fair?
Like heaven. Like
Oh.
heaven.
Well, that makes sense then.
Made a heaven and then slept with another heaven to make heaven. To make Melissa Santos. Anyways, it's... No, actually, it was the first day on set where they're like, she was going to announce me. We were there before even... Like just as people were getting their cameras for entrances and stuff, I creepily walked up behind her and whispered, "What if I just stood there like this in your ear?" Or said something like that creepily in her ear. And then she's like, "Oh God, you scared me." And then DJ's like, "Could you do that? Actually, could you do that? Could you flap your arms like this?" That'd be. I'm like, "You mean flap my arms like this?" Like, yeah. I'm like, so I started doing. He's like, "Oh my god!" So he starts busting up laughing, and then what turned out to be me just fucking around with Melissa Santos ended up being the foundation to my Lucha Underground character of creeping up behind her and I would whisper some of the weirdest shit in her ear just to try and pop her and flap my arms.
Like what, Marty? What was the weirdest thing you ever said to Melissa in her ear?
Well, I don't want to tell you the worst thing.
Okay.
What's the best?
Did you ever sing Goodbye Horses?
Goodbye Horses? I did not. I remember a lot of things involving because I was always quite moist when I came out. So I drenched myself with water before I do most wrestling matches, and so I would say something like, "Do you feel my moistness dripping on you?" or something like that. Just anything that I could think of in that day to like gross her out, or like I would come up with it at that time, and anything to try and pop her. She wouldn't pop. She's too professional.
That's awesome. So part 2 of the question: did you ever have a conversation with a certain machine about
from the 559? They call him Cage.
Yeah, we settled it on AEW Dark, unfortunately.
You'll get him next time.
Is she still on the table though?
Wow, the receipt is coming for that, I'm sure.
No, it was so weird because like at the time they had they was coming to a climax with the story of me and Melissa. Was they were trying to portray like her and Phoenix were a couple.
Mm-hmm.
When in real life, the entire world knew that her and Cage were a couple.
Yeah,
everyone knew.
Like, why not just put them together on camera? Like, I never got it.
Yeah, me and my girl were watching the match the other day on stream, and she's like, she knew that, and she's like, look how they do these kisses that are just like, nah, it's not how I kiss my girlfriend.
Right. They look more like brother and sister than. They look more like brother and sister than you and Melissa did. Surely, Melissa.
Oh, that was fun. Melissa and me had fun with that.
Yeah, it was creepy. Like if that's what you were going for, it was creepy but kind of hot.
Here's exactly what we were going for. Actually, I'm like, and she's like, "Are we?" I'm like, "No, you just hint at the dirtiest thing possible, and everybody else watching the show, they'll take their dirty ass minds into all sorts of different places on where this relationship could be. So just kiss me in the cheek."
So, I mean, I took it to
wrote some fan fiction, so you're
no.
Tell me you found fan fiction. Tell me you found fan fiction. What?
It's got to be.
Oh my god!
It's on his hard drive. He wrote it.
No, I know nothing. No.
Tag me in that. I'm retweeting the shit out of that fan fiction.
You can't legally prove anything.
Do you remember when he said he made a movie? He made the movie. Of
yeah,
Marty
you'll see it. I'll send you the link.
Oh, it's actually the script to the movie. Yes,
Children in the Eye.
I think I need a shower. Ugh.
If you're listening to this and you haven't visited luchacentral.com, it's time to do it. Luchacentral.com is the online home for Lucha Libre, where you can get all of the top news in English and in Spanish. Find the best curated video content and original content not seen anywhere else. Find when Lucha Libre events would be happening in your area. Find photo galleries from top photographers covering Lucha Libre around the world. From weekly polls to annual awards. Seen and read by top executives in all of the major Lucha Libre promotions across the globe. And on top of that, it's free. LuchaCentral.com, your centralized place for all things Lucha Libre.
And like, darn, I have to go to work and like hint at a relationship with Melissa, my cheerleader Melissa, my sister, and then creep on a Melissa Santos. Like, darn, work sucks sometimes, huh? Oh,
And yet
like,
Phoenix is kissing Melissa, and he's like,
yeah.
"Oh shucks."
They pulled it off to make it all innocent and whatever.
I mean,
but,
I have a feeling that they did that really for the Latino market. Like they wanted that kind of love interest story, telenovela kind of vibe to it. I think that's what they were going for, but it never quite paid off. Because I think, with a lot of things at Lucha Underground, when things don't work out great, I don't feel like they overly invested in it. And if it was really working, it would have been an even bigger storyline.
Could you imagine, though, how there was that gentrification of Lucha Libre later on in Lucha Underground and how upset a lot of the really loyal Lucha Libre fans got? Could you imagine if and Melissa Santos was like, she was the mascot or like the face of Lucha Underground, like she was Lucha Underground. And could you imagine if she got paired up with Cage? If they gave her to a white guy on TV too? I mean, like, we lost the belt. We're losing the gods.
I mean, he's well tanned at least. So
that's true.
He is well tanned. He is really well tanned.
And we could possibly believe he is actually a real machine. So therefore, technically not Caucasian.
Yeah, it's interspecies dating.
Yeah,
that's true. We don't have a problem with that.
No, but Marty, did you ever feel any of that, white guy with the Lucha Libre belt hate that kind of came, that I know Hagar got? Like, a lot of people were not happy with Hagar being the final champ of Lucha Underground. But when you were the champ, did you feel like there was any of that, like, why isn't this on a luchador kind of thing?
Nope. And if there was, I don't care what they said. I'm half Mexican anyway. I'm just not the Mexican that fits into your mold of what a Mexican should look like.
Right. And we know that. And I think some of the people in the crowd knew that, but I was always wondering, like, if you ever took any shit on the internet or you got any trolls ever coming after you about it or anything like that.
Actually, most of the internet was very vocal about the Lucha Underground just in general. I loved watching the internet world blow up on just to see where stuff would go. I didn't get too much about it, me being white. I did get some stuff, but then like I try to stay out of like responding to stuff like that. But like anytime someone says like, "Oh, look, the white boy had the championship," I'm like, "Oh, but I'm half Mexican." Like they had no response after that. So
right, and they're just like, "Oh, didn't know that."
Yeah,
okay.
Do your research, bro. They shut up after that. So like, haters are dealt with easy, and so it worked out well.
Do you think it was? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you think that leaving with Hagar as the final champ, even though it felt like they certainly were planning on doing more. To me, it was a good thing because it signaled, oh yeah, there's definitely going to be more Lucha Underground if they're leaving with him as the champ. And
there's no way they would end like this.
And he is some bad news.
And he is like the nicest guy in the world, by the way. Like I have no dislike of him at all. And I was just, for me, it was like, dang, this is a weird place to leave the story. You got Barrett coming in as this overlord god thing. You've got Cross as one of the gods now. You've got Hagar with the belt. Like
Aussie Suicide with a helmet that's 3,000 times too big for his head.
Yeah, Aussie Suicide is another god. Like it definitely wasn't what anticipated at the end there. Like, what were your thoughts about storyline wise, just kind of where Lucha Underground ended?
Oh, well, it definitely didn't end where it was supposed to, because I know it looked like they were setting up the actual parts where you see the interactions between the gods and more of the supernatural stuff. I think if we had one more season, that could have all been at least wrapped up to some manner. But I think Chris had a lot of stuff like this possible world where these dead people can interact and come to life, and as you can see, possibly people being gods. Who knows what could happen in the Lucha Underground universe? It definitely. I thought, because I swear somebody said like, "Oh yeah, MGM came in and bought the show, so we're good." Like that was on what I thought I heard at the end of season 4. Like, sweet, we're gonna be back. So I didn't even think that was gonna end. I guess. Oh well.
I mean, I don't even know if anyone had any time to think about it while it was being taped, especially because unlike the other seasons, it was every weekend, 3 days. You know, that whole people don't even realize that whole season was filmed in a month. Right. Unlike every other previous season where they would take a week off and it was only 2 days a week taping, that last season was 3 a week for 4 weeks straight. You know, that's why you don't get any AR Fox in there, because he was banged up. You know, he didn't clear medical the first couple of weeks, so they couldn't put him on. And the shit was done by the time he was ready. Like anybody who wasn't there ready to go, you couldn't do anything with him. It was crazy.
It was a definitely different feeling in season 4 than season 3. Just, I don't know. It seemed a lot more rushed than the other seasons, because we shot a different shooting schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even have Chris Roach the first weekend because he was still doing Celebrity Big Brother. You're like, one of your other main writers can't even show up because he's got his giant network show that he's show running. Like, DJ was, I know he was running around like crazy, like, oh, we didn't get visas for these 5 storylines. Yeah. And my other writer's not even here, so I have to rewrite the entire show right now. And I have to do it for more episodes because we're filming 3 days and 2 episodes per day.
It was wild. He was losing his mind
I should
so
apologize
much.
though, because I did cost Psycho Clown his visa.
Oh,
I just was like, don't let him over. Don't let him. Fuck him.
DJ was losing his mind so much around that time. He blocked me on Twitter for 3 years.
Oh, you're unblocked?
I'm unblocked, but he hasn't like followed me.
He doesn't tweet anymore, so.
Yeah, well, he's doing Love Island right now, so he has better things going on.
And I believe it's in Hawaii this year too, so I think he's just getting a tan right now.
Yeah, he's getting a tan right now.
Good for him. Good for him.
I talked
Marty,
to him for the wedding, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you invite him?
I did.
Did he send you a present?
Yeah, he said, "Send me your Venmo. I'll just send you money." I'm like, "I don't want your money. I want your face."
That's fucked up, dude.
Like, but I'm doing a show, bro. But I'd love to be.
No
there.
excuse.
Sure. I agree. So just quit your job. Come to the wedding.
Just don't show
you guys. Love Island in Hawaii, Byron? Are you kidding me? He got stuck doing the shitty COVID-y Vegas one last year where they were all locked down. And now he finally gets to do like the good one on a fucking tropical island. Let the man have his fun, Byron.
Well, maybe you could do your honeymoon in Hawaii and then he could hang out with you for a weekend.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Something might happen.
Broke the 2 days before my wedding, my air conditioning broke. And so far we put $4,200 into it. It still doesn't. Still isn't there. So like, we're gonna let the world slow down first, and then we'll go on our honeymoon. So DJ, keep that hotel spot available on Hawaii.
Save some money.
That available.
Marty, before we wrap things up, I wanted to ask you, because you have all these cool pictures with the Lucha Underground belt. Do you have the Lucha Underground belt?
Yeah, it's in my front room.
Do you think we could see it?
You're going to make him an offer on that thing, Byron?
No. I just want to see it. I would never dare.
Be careful, Marty might send you a different type of movie.
What
are you thinking about this belt?
I don't want to jam you up, but if it's doable.
You are just a belt fiend. You just love belts, don't you, Byron?
I like those shorts too.
Black and golden belts.
You are so lucky that Marty had on pants when you made him stand up, Byron.
It was
You know
a
how
test.
lucky you are.
It was a test.
It was
You
a
never
test.
know.
You just wanted to see
Imagine
if you were going to redo the Sports Illustrated cover right now with the Marty
God,
and
he's going to come back.
the thing.
Yeah, now it's a gamble if they're on when he comes.
Doo-doo.
Wow.
Or if he
This
does, what
is-
is it, the Shawn Michaels portrait?
This is the most
yeah.
nervous I've been during an interview ever.
Oh,
my
look at
God.
them. Oh, look at them.
Oh.
Look at them. It's got the medallions in it.
He's got the gift of the gods
It's
and
got both. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh.
That's some champ shit right there.
It is.
I wasn't one in wrestling to like collect a bunch of like posters or like get merch or stuff like that. But if I've had the belt, I've always wanted to have it at the house.
Right.
So,
Like the UFC guys, when they would get the belt, they'd get a new one every time they would fight for it, and they get to keep them all.
Oh,
yeah.
Just
so,
look at it.
Like, I like this one. I really have always loved this belt because it's so black and gold. Like the black and gold. I always loved the old WCW belt. I was a WCW mark my whole life.
yeah.
And I always liked the version of black and gold. That's why I like how WWE has their belts now that are more black and gold. It was
I
just
see.
this huge thing, just
The
such
big
a huge
plate.
one. The big plate, yeah. When I had those such little shorts, like we were talking about, and then I was wearing this, my mom called me. She's like, "I saw a picture. You have the title." I'm like, "Yes, I know." And then she's like, "Were you naked under that?"
If you only have the title.
Yeah, she thought I was out there at Lucha Underground taping TV with just wearing the belt.
You weren't?
Only the belt because like this covered, like my thighs were covering here. This covered my whole gear. My gear was way smaller than the Lucha Underground Heavyweight Championship.
I believe you did get a lot more female fans after you were champion, but maybe that is part of the reason why the imaginations were running wild.
It is true though. I did think about doing
Or maybe it was the Sports Illustrated thing. I don't know.
I've been. Like this, I've been on Sports Illustrated 3 times now. Now I just got to release the Shawn Michaels picture of me with the Lucha Underground title, Playgirl pose.
This should be a Christmas card.
Yeah.
Don't tease me. That might happen. And then, this one isn't authentic, but my wrestling community, my streaming community actually bought this Gift of the Gods one for me.
Oh.
I've seen them before where like it's magnetic and the things actually come out because that's what the real title did.
Yeah.
But it was awesome that they went and bought this one for me. It's nice and big. It's not as big as the real one because the real one's like
Huge.
really big. They did though send it to Brian Cage and get all the signatures on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
So like right now, like so there's Hager, there's Penta, there's I don't know. They said it was everybody who had the Gift of the Gods title before me, except for like Hennigan and Sexy Star. But I can't read people's handwritings. I know Cage is in there. Can you guys read any of this? I don't know whose handwritings any of this is.
There's Penta.
Penta's
AAA.
always easier.
Ray Phoenix is
there we go.
2016 signed it.
2016, but we signed it. He signed it while I was at AEW.
Well, that's when he had it.
Ah, so who is that?
Earl Hebner. I don't know.
I don't know who it is either. I at least try to make my signatures legible, guys. I love y'all, but make your signatures freaking legible. Yeah, so I have these belts and they're cool. I really like just the black and gold belts, and this one has some fond memories for me. So nice and heavy and pretty.
Well, it has some fond memories for me as well, because that's my champ right there, Martin Casaus. And it is pronounced Casaus.
Like house.
Like house.
So what do you want to plug? Where should people find you, brother? Where can people expect to see you? What do you want people to know?
First off, Martin Casaus is a free agent, so I could show up anywhere in professional wrestling, and that's anywhere across the world. So if you have a wrestling promotion that I need to be at, let's make that happen. So go to martincasaus.com. I built that site myself. Or if you want to actually interact with me quite daily, I stream Monday through Friday my workouts and games, and I watch a lot of wrestling at twitch.tv/martincasaus. I'm there like all the time. So literally, if you want to do anything, I'm always there. So go to Twitch.
That's the place to find you for sure.
So many people are streaming now.
You got the YouTube channel too, right?
I do have the YouTube channel. I actually take a lot of the content from the Twitch and put it on YouTube as well as my vlogs. This next vlog is when I was at the Nightmare Factory, I made a great relationship with AEW's Luther. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's
awesome. You guys been ghost hunting together.
Boom. So that's the next vlog coming out. We went to Octagon Hall. So that one's going to come out here pretty soon with me and Luther from AEW. And hopefully I can get with Luther some more ghost hunting. Because that's so fun.
That just sounds like good times. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure having you here, having you around, getting your wet chonies stuck in my hand, seeing your belts. Yes, you're still a son of a bitch for that one. But for everything else, you're a saint and a man among men, God among men. And dude, I'm super duper proud of you. I love the whole comeback story. I love that you went out there to the Nightmare Factory, just put in the fucking time and just did the damn thing. Because a lot of people would think, oh my God, what's he going to a wrestling school for? Like, he knows all the stuff. But it's like, I love that you just went out there and you were like, no, fuck you guys. I'm going to do this thing. I'm getting what I want out of this. Right. And I know you, and I know that that's the way that you operate in your mind. And that is the right way for you. Fuck what everybody else is doing. The right way for you is the path forward always. And we're very proud of you. We're always glad to see you on that path and trucking forward. And anytime you need us, we're here for you, brother. And we appreciate you.
Thanks so much, guys. I very much appreciate you having me on and for all the kind words. Guys, you make me blush.
Aw. Thank you.
You made Vampiro cry once, so be careful.
Yeah, I did kind of get Ian to tear up a little bit.
Hear I feel bad. He told you, by the way? Let's do this at the end of the episode.
Okay, yeah. What did he call him, Byron?
He said that you are this generation's Roddy Piper.
Vampiro did say that about you.
About me?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that all day. This generation's Roddy Piper?
That's not bad.
I'll take that all day. Thanks, Vamp.
He genuinely said that. We were like, dang, he is putting Marty over. But it was totally genuine, man. Everything that Vamp said was genuine, but everything that you say is genuine too. So we appreciate having you. We'll have to not have it be so long next time. But then again, next time we want you on the show, you'll probably be signed up somewhere and they'll be like, no, go through media department. You can't have him. And that will be just fine by me. You know, I love seeing all of our homies, you know, doing the things where we can't even get access to them because they're so on top of the world like Cross is right now. And we want that for you as well. So, brother, always blessings and congratulations again on the nuptials. We're also very proud of that, you know, you finally straightened your shit out with that lady.
She passed tryouts. Tryouts for 9 years.
And good luck too going out to those other tryouts out in Vegas and the other one. That should be interesting to see what they do when That's My Champ shows up right there for you. So thanks everybody for listening to the show and watching the show. And until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.
Penis.
God damn it! You got one in. Every week at the end of this show, I say the thing, and then you guys have to fucking say penis. Every week.
Justin, you're one of them now. I'm the only one who doesn't say it.
I love that penis. You know when to cut it now. It's very obvious.
So what?